the month horoscope. Happy birthday to all you cancers out there. Oh, don't get me started on cancers. My ex-husband was a cancer, and I mean that in the worst possible way. But I digress. I was actually chastised after my Gemini video for talking too much about myself. My cameraman insists that he's going to be a strict disciplinarian this time. Literally, he showed up dressed in leather from head to toe and carrying a riding crop. Turn around, ducks. He's wearing assless chaps. He promised me that if I brought this installment in under 9 minutes, he'd give me a spanking. What was I talking about, ducks? Oh, Cancer, the crabs. The most unfortunately named sign of the zodiac, named after a disease and a sexually transmitted disease. Of course, Virgo is named after a disease as well, but that disease is much more easily curable, especially if you're wearing assless chaps. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and as we all know, it is better to have your moon in Cancer than Cancer in your moon. To say nothing of Uranus. No, really, say nothing. Shh. But back to the matter at hand, ducks. Cancer. This year, as Cancer begins, Mars enters Gemini, leaving Gemini weak and begging for more, and marking a period of introspection for Cancer. Not that this is at all unusual, as Cancer's middle name is Introspection. Her last name, for those of you who were wondering, is Throckmorton Smith. What is unusual is that the question upon which you will be introspecting is, what shall I do next, instead of your usual, who shall I do next? The answers to both of these questions will appear during the moon's entrance into your sign after July 1st in the form of a cosmic sign involving 13 cans of aerosol cheese and an incontinent lemur. Also, Venus's entrance into Cancer after July 5th will throw the proverbial monkey wrench, or lemur wrench, into your knack for playing it close to the vest. Nobody will be more surprised than you to learn that some of those sweet nothings you whispered during pillow talk were actually true. And now, our Cancer birthday wishes. Happy birthday to Sean, Patrick, James, Martin, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. And that's all the same person. One man, 8 first names. And his sister, Creme Brulee. Also, happy birthday to Alan, Beth, Chris, Danny, Gabrielle, Mark, Michael, Ryan, Scott, Selena, Ted, and Ty. Happy birthday to Mary Pat and Kathleen, and to our American cousins Jennifer and Tracy. And last but not least, happy birthday to the lovely and talented Willem, all the way out in Hollywood, California. As a star of stage and screen, Willem is well aware that the final credit is a place of honor. And Willem Belli as the beaver. Willem, call me. We'll have gluten-free cake. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh yes I do. I'm psychic. You're thinking, what about the rest of you who aren't cancers or crabs? Or who don't have cancers or crabs? Well, here we go. Leo, you will find a map to the lost island of Atlantis tucked between the pages of a discarded Days of Our Lives script. Unfortunately, your evil twin will come back from the dead and steal it from you, whereupon you will develop amnesia and forget the entire incident. Virgo. Don't you take that turn with me, missy. Libra. A Scottish rugby team will move in next to you, and you will develop a whole new appreciation for the word scrum. Scorpio. The full moon in Capricorn this month will cause you to go just a little bit loco and open up a somewhat avant-garde dairy farm. Just remember, unless you're auditioning for reality television, it is unwise to attempt to milk a lemur. Sagittarius. If you look at a map of the heavens this month and put one thumb on your moon and the other thumb on Uranus, you will come up with a combination Venn diagram and pie chart that will completely debunk the concept of supply-side economics. That being totally boring, you will stop putting your thumbs nasty places and go have a cocktail. Capricorn. Your joy at having brought assless chaps back into fashion will turn to horror as the fashion world embraces assless culottes, assless gauchos, and assless leisure suits. Aquarius. An infomercial starring Justin Bieber and Charo's gynecologist will give you a whole new appreciation for Ginsu steak knives. Pisces. You may say I'm a lemur, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will loof a swan. Aries. Starzina is, of course, an Aries. Not that Starzina's time of the month horoscope ever shows any bias, of course. So, if you are an Aries whose name is Starzina Starfish-Browne, this month you will be mistakenly crowned Queen of Norway. If, on the other hand, you are an Aries whose name is not Starzina Starfish-Browne, you will find 67 cents in change and a Chuck E. Cheese token in your sofa cushions. Lucky, lucky you! Taurus. You will begin a new diet this month after you have a dream in which Kirstie Alley eats Valerie Bertinelli. Gemini. Mind the position of Uranus this month, especially during water sports. Well, I meant like synchronized swimming. What were you thinking of? This has been Starzina Starfish-Browne with Starzina's Time of the Month horoscopes. Till we meet again, keep your eyes on the stars and don't stop looking for Uranus.